Hello students, we are discussing about discharge of contract. That means contract coming to an end. So contract comes to an end in 6 ways. We have already discussed about contract, discharge of contract by performance, by agreement, by operation of law, by breach, and we are discussing about discharge of contract by impossibility of performance. In that we are discussing that a contract may become impossible of performance after the date of contract by supervening impossibility. That means when the contract was entered into, it was possible of performance. But after the date of contract, before the performance, so after the contract is entered into and before the date of performance, within that period, something happens, and because of happening of that something, contract becomes impossible of performance, and that impossibility is called as supervening impossibility. So by supervening impossibility, how it comes into existence, that is because of destruction of subject matter of contract, death or personal incapacity, change of law, non-existence or non-occurring of a particular state of things, and declaration of war. So one by one we will discuss these points. The first one is destruction of subject matter. Now what does it mean by subject matter? So subject matter of contract is the thing regarding which the contract is entered into. Say for example, A says that I want to sell my house to you for 5 lakh rupees. B says that I'm ready to purchase your house for 5 lakh rupees. So what is the subject matter of contract? House, that A's house is the subject matter of contract. Here we are discussing about impossibility of performance of contract due to destruction of subject matter of contract. So the thing regarding which the contract is entered into, if that thing itself is destroyed, in that case the contract will be discharged, contract will come to an end. Where the subject matter of a contract is destroyed. How it is destroyed? It is destroyed without the fault of the parties to the contract. That means the parties are not responsible for destruction of subject matter of contract. It has happened without their fault. Then the contract is discharged. So subject matter of contract has been destroyed and parties are not responsible for destruction of that subject matter. Then the contract will be discharged. That means the parties will be freed from their obligation. They need not to perform their contract, their part of contract. There is a famous case law on this point, that is Taylor versus Caldwell. This is the case which was decided in the year 1863. So what is the point which is discussed in this case law? From this case, it has been decided that the contract will be discharged, will come to an end because of destruction of subject matter of contract. So what are the points which are decided? What is the case? So point decided in this case is, if the subject matter of contract is destroyed, the contract is discharged. So this is the point which is decided in this case. Next point is facts of the case. What are the facts of this case? So there was a music hall which was agreed to be let out on certain dates. So there was one music hall and one person agreed to give that music hall on rent on particular dates. But before those dates arrive and the hall was to be given on rent, or it is to be given on rent, the hall was destroyed by fire. So there was a contract between two parties. A said that I will give my music hall to you on rent on particular dates. Before that date arrived, the hall was destroyed by fire. Now, is it possible for A to give a music hall on rent to B? The hall is destroyed by fire. In this case, A cannot let that hall to B on those particular dates. Because of happening of this thing, A will be free from his obligation. Now he is not under obligation to give that hall on rent to B on particular occasion. It was held, in this case, it was held that the owner was discharged from the liability to let the building as promised. It is not possible because the subject matter of contract, that is music hall, it was destroyed by fire. So it is impossible for him to perform his part of contract. So this is a very famous case. On this case law, often a case study is asked for 5 marks. Again, there is another case law on this point, that is Howell versus Copeland. So what had happened in this case? There was a contract between two people, and one person A said that to B that he will deliver 200 tons of potatoes from a particular field. So A had a field, A had a farm in which he had grown potatoes, and he agreed that he will sell 200 tons of potatoes. It was expected that he may yield 200 tons of potatoes, and he agreed to sell those potatoes to B. The potatoes were destroyed by pest, though no fault of the party. But before the potatoes were being harvested by A, all the potatoes were destroyed by a pest. And it was not a fault of A. So it was something which has happened, which was beyond his control. He is not responsible for destruction of subject matter of contract, that is potatoes from his farm to be destroyed. He is not responsible for that. He is not at fault for destruction of subject matter of contract. The contract was held to be discharged. In this case, A is free from the obligation to sell the potatoes to B from his farm. So this is another case law based on destruction of subject matter of contract. A case study, how a case study is asked on this point. Ram, plaintiff, hired Hall from defendant Sham for a period of 1 year and paid the rent in advance. Ram, plaintiff. Who is a plaintiff? So in court of law, plaintiff is a person who files a case against another person. So here Ram is a plaintiff. So Ram has filed a case against Sham. Defendant means the person against whom the case is filed, and he defends that case. He defends the claim of the plaintiff. So here Sham is the defendant. That means against Sham, Ram has filed a case. For what? So he had filed a case, and plaintiff Ram had hired a hall for a period of 1 year, and he has already paid the rent in advance. After 6 months, the hall was destroyed by fire. So for 6 months he used the hall, but till he uses the hall for another 6 months, the hall was destroyed by fire. Now Ram wants that the defendant should perform his part of contract, and Ram filed a case against Sham, defendant, claiming that he should perform his part of contract. Will he succeed? So in this case, if Ram says that Sham should give that hall to him on rent, will he succeed? Is it possible for Sham to give that hall on rent to Ram? No, because that hall has been destroyed by fire. And it has happened in this, whatever has happened in this case, there is no fault from Sham's side. So it has happened, it is supervening impossibility. So in this case, Sham will be freed from his obligation. Sham need not to perform his part of contract because of destruction of subject matter of contract, and it has been destroyed because of something in which he is not at fault. Again, sometimes a case study will be asked like this. Sham agreed to sell Alfonso mangoes from his garden. But before the mangoes were ready, or before the mangoes were being harvested, all the mangoes were destroyed by rain, untimely rain. Now Ram filed a case against Sham saying that he should give the mangoes from his farm to Ram. So will Ram succeed? In this case, you have to write that the facts of this case are similar to the case Howell versus Copeland. So here the subject matter of contract, that was Alfonso mangoes, which are being destroyed by untimely rain, in which defendant Sham is not at fault. It has happened because of supervening impossibility. So all these things should be included in your answer. That is the name of the case law, Howell versus Copland, supervening impossibility, destruction of subject matter. These are the points on which marks will be given to you. So all these points should be added to your, it should be included in your answer. Thank you.